the situation regarding, back?
Just now we've got 3 goals. Obviously, we're going to lay out the plan for the next 3 games before I through that.
Was there any thought on team's mind or his mind to play another game, or he felt he was good?
Right now, not to play another one. Just try to get a team practicing with us and be ready to go.
Is there any chance Kesselring will be ready tomorrow, or would you rather get him some practices?
To be honest, he looks like next week. I think we can rule him out for tomorrow.
Jason Zucker is okay as okay?
It looks like he is, yeah. I had a conversation with him. He said, he's doing pretty good. The day off yesterday helped him. So I would anticipate him playing, yeah.
How's he looking for Greenway and time frame about when he's up?
Again, he's doing a lot better. He's getting good workouts in. I really don't have a time frame. Practice next week and just evaluate where he's at after we get a couple of real good team practices again.
The goaltending, it now comes under the heading of good problem.
Yes, it does. It is a good problem. We've got a young guy that stepped in and played a good game for us. Lyons has played well. I think the question is, will UPL stay healthy? We can't answer that, and I think we gotta stay in a place where we're protecting ourselves.
How much does it help that the guys seem to understand
3 goalies for what it means in the process?
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that obviously it's probably not a comfortable process. I mean, it's not comfortable for us. I don't think it's comfortable for them. I think we've got 3 guys that like being around each other. But I think every goalie wants to play. We got a young guy that stepped in. I think that's a little different scenario. UPL coming off of what he came off, wants to get back and get back. But I think what I said, you get what plays in is he stepped in and was getting ready to go, and he kind of had a setback. What if we put him in and he has another setback? I think you've got to kind of run out every scenario and make sure that we back ourselves too. And it's a good problem to have. Frankly, I'll deal with that rather than not having a goal.
How long do you think that process needs to play out where you get
I think we stay away from guessing how long we're going to do this. Just let's consider this a good problem to have right now and just go game by game.
noticed Gertson was in, right? Is he banged up?
No, we just we're using him on the penalty killing, using him as a D, so he wasn't in one of our line colors today, that's all.
How strange is it going to be to play the Leafs without Mitch Marner?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think he's one guy that you always were aware of when you're pre-scouting and some of the connection on the power play with him and Matthews and the 5-on-5 play. So I think, he's a good player. I think there's always adjustment when a player like that goes out. I'd rather have him out.
You know, it's like a fundamentally different way that they play, or they the same team just went out.
No, I'm just to be honest. 90% of my time in my video is focused on our team. We've got other coaches that focus on our pre-scout, but trying to get our team to a place where we're just real consistent, and we're getting closer to that. So the focus there for me is not spend too much time on the other team, but spend time on our players and what players are doing well, and other players that, in areas we need to improve.
How does it change, however, when you have one of these old school weekends where you see the same team twice, that those happen on day?
No, I think you get, you can get heated up inside those games. I mean, back-to-back games, and there's a lot going on. I mean, really, if you look at it, we're playing tonight. World Series is in Toronto. We're playing, they're playing. There's a lot going on. I think I saw the connection between the Leafs and the Blue Jays. We have the Blue Jay connection with the Bisons down here. It's just a lot of good stuff, and I think it makes for a great weekend.
Do you like getting this early in October? I mean, you were a Buffalo Sabre. You played these Leaf games. You know what they're like. Do Do you like getting a back-to-back early in the season as a player against the Toronto Maple Leafs?
I think it gets the juices flowing. I think that, you got the team right next door to you, you get to go head to head with, and, if one team gets a little edge in some area, it's what can you do to be a little bit better, or what can you take advantage of? And you get to do it in a back-to-back night, which you don't get to do very often anymore.
When you talk about this team, getting to places where it's consistent, but what defines consistency for this team, this group of players?
Winning, number one. Managing the puck, probably number two. We did a lot of good things, but I think there's a couple really big errors with managing the puck that gave up breakaways last game. That just areas that you'd like to clean up. I didn't like our 5-on-6 play. We got a little scattered. We've been good with that. So again, we focused on that. We focused even a drill this morning where we worked on it again a little bit. Consistent is being consistent in all those areas, and you're consistently looking at something and saying, "Boy, we got to improve a little bit on this." I'll just reference the first 2-3 games. Our offensive numbers were very good. We weren't creating enough. We weren't getting enough chances. We're going to correlate into scoring enough goals. Since then, it's been a lot better. Defensively, we've talked about being a better team. I think the chances are going down. We want to continue to keep them down. Thanks.